Hello and welcome to another episode of Soap Goes to the Oscars. This is number 131. I'm recording on December 11th, 2025. I finished the movie yesterday. I started it on Monday morning, I think, and then finished it last night. The movie was The More the Merrier, and this was available on YouTube. So another free one. And The More the Merrier is a 1943 American romantic comedy film produced and directed by George Stevens, starring Jean Arthur, Joel McCrea, and Charles Coburn. The film script from Two's a Crowd, an original screenplay by Garson Kanin, uncredited, was written by Robert Russell, Frank Ross, Richard Flournoy, and Louis R. Foster. Set in Washington, D.C., the film presents a comic look at the housing shortage during World War II. The film received 6 nominations at the 16th Academy Awards. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress in a Leading Role, Best Supporting Actor for Charles Coburn, who won, Best Writing Screenplay, and Best Writing Original Motion Picture Story. The film was remade in 1966 as Walk, Don't Run, starring Cary Grant, Samantha Eggar, and Jim Hutton. Setting was changed to Tokyo, which had experienced housing shortages due to the 1964 Summer Olympics. Cinematography by Ted Tetzlaff, edited by Otto Meyer, music by Lee Harline, production company and distribution company, Columbia Pictures. Release date May 13th, 1943, with a runtime of 104 minutes. Jean Arthur got the ball rolling on The More the Merrier, paying playwright and writer Garson Kanin $25,000 to adapt his short story Two's a Crowd into a screenplay. She hoped to take the role of Connie and serve out her contract with Columbia Studios, which had become irksome due to her deteriorating relationship with studio boss Harry Cohn. Kanin co-wrote the script with Robert Russell and Frank Ross, Arthur's husband. Arthur also brought director George Stevens, with whom she had recently worked on 1942's The Talk of the Town, and co-star Joel McCrea to the project. Principal photography took place between September 11th and December 19th, 1942. Contemporary reviews were broadly positive. Bosley Crowther of the New York Times, yeah, baby, enjoyed The More the Merrier, calling the film as warm and refreshing a ray of sunshine as we've had in a very late spring. He praised all 3 leads, the writers and the directors, singling out Coburn as the comical crux of the film, who handles the job in fine fettle. God, I love me some Bosley Crowther. I might have to just go see if I can read his reviews somewhere. Bosley effing Crowther. Anyway, on the review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes, Jesus Christ. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 100% based on 19 reviews. Not a lot of reviews, but for a 80-year-old movie, not bad. So this one was pretty fun. It was a Jean Arthur, cute as a button, first of all. And I agree with my man, Bosley Crowther. Charles Coburn really stood out. They were all funny. Coburn was more outwardly funny and, kind of a smart ass. Jean Arthur was sort of flustered funny, sort of uptight funny all the time. And Joel McCrea was sort of the serious one, but still came across as funny because of, the way he played the character. So I gave this one 3.5 stars. I could even go a little higher, I think, but if Letterboxd would let you do quarter stars, I would say 3.75, but it doesn't. So it gets a 3.5. So pretty good round so far. I gave the Oxbow Incident 4 stars. We'll see how the rest goes. But yeah, this one was fun. It's fun to see comedies getting nominated. It's not that it never happens. Barbie was nominated a couple years ago, but it is certainly much less frequent than it used to be. So everything has to feel like a prestige picture now, an Oscar bait. So it is refreshing to have these older movies, older comedies nominated, because I never would have watched this if it wasn't nominated. And, my hope is that at the end of all this, I may go back and try to watch other older movies that weren't nominated, but at least this is a start, you know. So yeah, I like this one a lot. Pretty great casting all around, and I'm just going to keep it short and leave it there. And I will see you next time.